When I was 18 months old, I started drinking coffee. My nanny would give me coffee. And like, I would tell my parents, I was like, guys, I drink coffee. Like, I drink coffee. And they were like, sure you do. Like, bullshit. Because they didn't even drink coffee. And then a couple years later, they went to the grocery store that my nanny went to where there was a coffee shop built in. And the barista came over and gave me a huge hug and was like, café con leche. And my parents were like, fuck. She's been drinking coffee for 2 years. And she's 3, like, and yeah, so honestly, probably that's the reason I am the way I am, and maybe I'd be a lot taller if I didn't drink that coffee, but I'm a little tall now, so I'm happy I'm not like 6'5" or something.
Did you like stop drinking coffee after that?
No, I work at a coffee shop now still. I like less coffee.
In your childhood, like...
No, I mean, for a few years I wasn't really allowed to drink it a lot. Like my parents like tried to keep me away from it, but I always loved Starbucks and like I would walk there in middle school. If I were living a second life, I would be running a coffee shop in like Ireland or something. I think like the town that I grew up in was like 90-something% white, like 97% white. And it was like just very conservative, just not very open-minded, super religious, like, and it wasn't really my vibe. Like I was gay growing up there and like I wasn't really interested in, you know, a lot of the things that my friends liked or whatever, and so I just had to get out. I decided to graduate a year early, went to some random liberal arts school in Florida, in West Florida for a year, and then transferred to New York after that. When I was like not out, it was definitely scarier because when I was younger, like I remember people treated like gay kids in middle school like they had the fucking cheese touch. Like some of the girls would be like, oh my god, like don't go near Katie, like she's gay, like and it was like, bro, seriously? And so I was always like kind of scared of like the idea of being gay. And then when I realized I was like, okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. So like, but I mean, as I got older, people like respected it and respected the fact that I owned it, and like definitely got weird looks and questions sometimes from people. Lots of weird questions from lots of little straight white boys, but like overall it wasn't like terrible, but definitely a lot better like getting out and having like going to a women's college where most people are queer. Like it's been really awesome having that community. I was like 12 and I was like, damn, I had a crush on this girl who was on like the high school basketball team, and I was in middle school and I was like, she is so pretty, like, and I just did not think it was a crush. I was like, I just want to be friends with her so bad, and I would like look at her yearbook picture. I was like 12, like I don't know what, and like I didn't have like Instagram or her Instagram, at least at the time, so yeah, and then eventually I was like, okay, wait, that's like kind of gay. I was like, all right, maybe this is not. I came out my sophomore year of high school, I want to say. Yeah, I think my sophomore year, and it was good. Like, I don't know, it was really weird. Some people were a little weird about it, but most people were really cool. Like, I've always made sure to surround myself with people that I felt had good morals and like a good moral compass. So like, you know, there were like some gay kids in my town, and you know, like my straight best friend who's like in a sorority at UM is like my ride or die still, and like I knew that she wouldn't care. But yeah, I don't know, like definitely was weird around like a lot of the more religious people, I guess, in my area. Well, I started coming out to like people individually, but I think the first person in my town that I came out to, oh my god, I came out to him and we were doing a climate protest, like a paint the streets thing with this group called Extinction Rebellion, and then a group that I was running called Florida Youth Climate Strike. And some guys like walked past us. My friend was like very visibly gay, and that's why I came out to him, because I was like, all right, you're gay, like I'm gay. And like not even 5 minutes after I came out to him, like these guys come running past him and they like throw their fucking drinks at him and they're like, fuck you faggot, like fucking kill yourself, like randomly in town. And I was like, damn, like that's how it's gonna be. It was never like that for me, because I feel like being like like a feminine gay man, which he goes to Columbia now, so he's up. Like fuck those people, but like he's in New York and he's thriving. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh wow, and that definitely like made me put the brakes on like coming out, because I was like, okay. But eventually I was like, okay, all the people that I care about know, and I don't really care anymore. I think when I got a girlfriend, I was like, okay, like they know, like what am I gonna do? Like, yeah, that's my friend, like. And my whole family has been pretty cool with it. I've had like some extended family members have like weird comments, but who doesn't have weird extended family members? So yeah, but I don't know, I feel like if you own it and like I don't know, actually that's not true, lots of people don't have families that accept them, but my family did, and my town came to respect it once I was like, all right, bro, like I'm just gonna, like there's nothing you can do about it. Like graduating early to get out and like transferring, I guess, was probably really hard for me. Just because the year that I did spend at that little funky liberal arts college in Florida was probably the most testing year of my life. I was really figuring out who I was. At that point, I went from wanting to be a politician to wanting to be an entertainment lawyer. I realized I couldn't stay away from music, but I still thought that, you know, law was the way to help. And then I realized that if I, you know, wanted to make money being an entertainment lawyer, I would have to work for a huge record label and like crush people's dreams. I just had a lot of things to figure out, and I was in a very interesting housing situation. My roommate was very interesting. Oh my God, I don't even know if I can say things on camera, but like, let's just say like I would wake up to people having sex in my bathroom at 6 in the morning, being her and some random person. And like, just a lot of other things. Like, there were just a lot of issues. I ended up leaving and going to a different dorm, and then one of my friends was like, I'll move in with her, it'll be so fun. And I was like, yeah, it'll be fun. I was like, don't do it. And she dropped out of college a week after living with her. So I was like, yeah, not the easiest thing. But after I got here, like my mental health and my happiness, like everything just completely shifted, and I felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulder. Like even just the way that people perceive you, like, is so different here. Like I just feel like I can be myself and enjoy the things that I want to enjoy with a community without having to like, you know, really look and seek it out like more than I should have to. There's just such a range of things that you can do and a range of people you can meet, and I think that like the diversity of New York is really what drew me here, and the fact that you can meet people from so many different walks of life and who have had so many different experiences and learn from them, that definitely drew me here. And especially coming from somewhere where everyone kind of was the same and had the same mindset, and it was almost looked down upon to be passionate about something where I grew up, like, which I always thought was really weird. And I feel like in New York, like, people just tend to have more passion. So I like that, yeah. I was running like 7 different advocacy organizations when I was like 15. It was just something that a 15-year-old should not have been doing, and like, I thought that I was changing the world, and nothing was changing. Like, nothing was changing. I did like pretty much anything you could think of just because I wanted to help people. Since I was younger, like my parents asked me when I was like 4 years old what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I was like, I want to hand out money on a doorstep. And they were like, that's not a job. And I was like, well, that's what I want to do. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think that the world, like, you're only on this planet for so long, and you know, if you can make the world better for the people around you, like, it's definitely what you should do. And I think that I thought politics did that when I was younger, and I still think that it can in the right context, but for me to put my whole life on that and to stress myself out every single day over things that probably weren't changing, and to run the risk of corrupting myself as a person and changing the way that I view the world, I didn't want to do that. And so I realized that music was a way in which I could stay grounded and like really understand like where I was and what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be, and not lose sight of that while still helping people. I'm probably going to be an artist manager, and I really hope to start like hosting all girls shows, and like eventually have like an all women's like rap lineup festival. I think that would be sick. Would love to do something like that, and I really want to start throwing shows soon so I can start building that. But at the end of the day, what I really want is a collectively owned rap label, or not even rap label per se, wherever it takes me, but record label, where artists have a stake in the company, because I think that the way that record labels are structured right now is not beneficial to the artists, and they get taken advantage of a lot. I've seen a lot of artists get taken advantage of, and I've just seen a lot of bad contracts. And so I guess being able to help that and, you know, have an artist own the company that they're a part of, like, would be really interesting for me. Obviously, I haven't figured out the entire logistics of it yet. I'm 19, but that's the plan.